Hello everyone, welcome back to LearnCity and welcome back to our class. Evaluating inclusive learning experience. Methods for evaluating the effectiveness of inclusive learning experience. Evaluating the effectiveness of inclusive learning experience is important to ensure that all students have equal opportunities to succeed. There are several methods that can be used to evaluate inclusive learning experience. 1. Classroom observation. Classroom observation involves an evaluator observing a lesson and taking notes on how the teacher is implementing inclusive learning techniques, how the students are responding, and the overall classroom environment. This method can provide valuable insight into the effectiveness of inclusive teaching techniques. Number 2, student feedback. Collecting feedback from students about their learning experience can provide valuable insight into the effectiveness of inclusive teaching techniques. This can be done through surveys, interviews, or focus groups. It is important to ensure that the feedback is anonymous. It is anonymous to encourage honest and open responses. 3. Assessment data. Assessments are a valuable tool for evaluating the effectiveness of inclusive teaching techniques. Looking at assessment data, such as grades, can help identify areas where students may be struggling and where improvements can be made. Number 4, peer evaluations. Peer evaluations involve teachers observing and evaluating each other's teaching practices. This can provide valuable feedback and support for improving inclusive teaching techniques. 5. Professional development evaluations. Professional development workshops and training sessions are often used to help teachers develop inclusive teaching techniques. Evaluating the effectiveness of their workshops and training sessions can provide insight into the impact of inclusive teaching techniques on student learning outcomes. Number 6, student achievement data. Student achievement data can be used to evaluate the effectiveness of inclusive teaching techniques. This can be done by comparing student achievement data before and after the implementation of inclusive teaching techniques. Number 7, inclusion and diversity metrics. Collecting data on inclusion and diversity metrics, such as the number of students with disabilities or from different cultural backgrounds, can help evaluate the effectiveness of inclusive teaching techniques. This can be used to ensure that all students are being included and supported.